Hey, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to part 2 of this month's episode of Gunpla News. This is episode 13 for December 2015. In the last part, we covered all the news. In this part, we're going to talk about all the new announcements, and we have quite a lot of them. Next part, we're going to talk about some kit and figure updates, and then part 4 is third-party and resin stuff, but just third party this time. And then part 5 is a bunch of really awesome featured kits. So you can watch all of these in a playlist once all the parts are uploaded, or if you just want to watch certain parts, you can do that however you want to do it. If you want to just watch it all on a playlist, then maybe wait until all the parts are uploaded, and then you can do that. I'll have these up as soon as possible after each other. So anyway, let's get into the announcements because there's quite a lot of them. We had the Gunpla World Expo this past like a week ago, and when that opened, of course, we got loads and loads of new announcements. Plus, we just had a lot of stuff being announced this time. So let's get right into it. First thing is the Gundam Expand SP01 series. So this is a new series of small figures, and they're pretty ridiculous looking. And I really don't know if these are going to be like gashapon or just like figures sold separately, kind of similar to like Converged figures or what. I don't really know. There's 4 different ones in this series though, so that leads me to believe that it's maybe not gashapon, because those are usually more than 4 in a series, though I'm not sure really. I don't know, but these are going to be 500 yen each. There's 4 different ones: RX-78-2 Gundam with the beam rifle, the RX-78-2 Gundam with a shield, the Char's Zaku 2 with a Heat Hawk, or the standard Zaku 2 with its Zaku machine gun. So really weird looking figures, but those are going to be out in February. So I don't know, maybe we'll see some more details about that coming up. And some Converged stuff, so let's talk about some Converged stuff. The first thing is the Converge EX08 Gundam GP 00 Blossom, GP00 Blossom. I really like the design of Blossom. I really don't like the look of this Converged figure though. For some reason it looks more stretched out to me. It looks like the proportions look really weird on this figure. I have come to really enjoy a lot of Converged figures, but this one looks really weird to me. I don't if that's just me. If you guys see that as well, let me know, but for me it looks really strange. This is going to be out in March for 1,800 yen. Next we have the Converge EX09 Superior Dragon Gundam, coming out in March as well for 2,200 yen, so both of those are out in March. I don't really know what the significance is with the Superior Dragon Gundam, but we're getting the Converged figure, a Robot Damashi figure, as well as a BB Senshi figure are all coming out soon of this Superior Dragon Gundam. And they all 3 look different, which is weird. So I don't know. I don't know much about that, but I'm guessing one of you guys will. Next one is the Converge EX New Zeal. Now, this didn't have a number. I'm guessing maybe this is going to be EX10, maybe after the Superior Dragon Gundam, but it wasn't listed like that. The price and release date have not been announced yet. Really interesting, though, that it looks really quite different. It doesn't look like the New Zeal did in like animated. Of course, the proportions are changed like to Converged style, but like the claws are different, the head's different, like a bunch of the details. It looks like really like detailed up and kind of a very new take on the design. Looks really cool though, and it's probably going to be a very good companion for the GP01 Dendrobium or GP03 Dendrobium Converged set. I should be getting that later this month. I'm really looking forward to that. Looks really cool. So probably going to have to cave in and get the New Zeal when it comes out as well, but right now no other information other than just this prototype here. Next is the Converge Gundam Astray Red Frame with Flight Unit. This one is also has not been given a price or release date yet, or if it's going to be a premium Bandai kit. It didn't say. But if it's a Converged figure that's just listed just by itself and not as like part of a set, then it's probably a premium figure. It's also just because it's not in the EX line. EX ones are usually like the kind of sort of deluxe ones, and then those are just sold in stores. But I believe that this red frame might be a P Bandai kit, though I can't be sure about that. Then we also have the Gundam Converge Astray Blue Frame full weapon form. This one also no price or release date yet. But I'm with the 2 of these coming out like that, I'm guessing these are maybe going to be P Bandai, but again, not sure. They look really cool though. Look like a really nice Converged figures, just from what we can see from the prototypes. And then next, a Assault Kingdom. This is really awesome. The P Bandai Assault Kingdom Queen Mantha, or Queen Mansa, King Mansa, whatever, however you want to say it. I've probably heard about a million different pronunciations of that, but this is going to be out in March for 12,000 yen, so really expensive. That's like $100, over $100 for this, but it's huge. If you saw like the picture of it, it's like really big. It's probably comparable to, well, it'd be comparable to the size of the HG Psycho Gundam, I guess. So I think maybe, well, around there. Anyway, bigger than a 1/100 scale Gundam figure. It's very large, so really cool that they're making that. I wish it was a kit. I wish they would make an HGUC kit of that. You know, hopefully someday that would be really awesome. I have a feeling that someday they will, but so far, anyway, this is the only thing. But it's a really cool set. I like Assault Kingdom figures, but a Assault Kingdom figure over $100 I don't think is really worth it for me. One really cool gimmick though, they show that you can put the 3 pieces of Bandai gum in its backpack. The backpack opens up and you can put the gum in there or whatever you want, but it's kind of funny that they just showed that as like a promotion image, the gum in the backpack. Kind of funny anyway. Next is a couple of Megahouse Cosmo Fleet things. We have a Megahouse Cosmo Fleet Isaribi from the Iron Blooded Orphans series. This one has no price or release date yet, but we just had this kind of teaser image of it here. That should be really cool. We can assume probably that's going to come, like those always usually come with like really small figures as well. Probably the Barbatos, Gray's Kai, and one more, maybe a super tiny mobile worker. That'd be like really tiny though, so I don't know. Then also a Megahouse Cosmo Fleet collection Argama from the Zeta series. This one is coming with a small tiny Zeta Hyakushiki and Rick Diaz figure in there. Again, looks really cool if you're into ship models. I haven't really heard too much about this series. It's relatively new. They've only had a few ships out so far, but they look really nice in the like promotion images, but I haven't really seen people's like built images of them yet, so I don't know, it'd be interesting to see some of those. Alright, so let's get into some P Bandai stuff. We have the Premium Bandai Premium Bandai Perfect Grade Unicorn Gundam Final Battle version out in April for 24,000 yen, so over $200 for this, which is really only a little bit more than just the regular kit by itself. But what's special about this kit is that the first thing, it's got a green psycho frame instead of pink. And the other thing is that it comes with 2 extra shields and 1 extra double beam Gatling gun. Or no, how many came with the original one? Okay, 2 extra shields and 2 extra double beam Gatling guns. So you can make the triple funnel beam Gatling gun shield things from the episode 7 of Gundam Unicorn. It also comes with a separate piece for holding the shields. Now, I haven't seen that it comes with an action base. Maybe you have to buy the action base separately. If so, that's pretty shit on Bandai's part. They should include the action base as well. But either you get an action base or you have to buy one in order to use the connection piece for the shields to have the shields doing like the triangle Illuminati thing and the unicorn doing its thing. Anyway, I don't know. I wish they would have released this as just a set with maybe just the Psycho Frame runners in green, and then the parts for the shield and the extra Gatling guns and the connection piece as well. So it's like just the parts where you can take the normal kit and then just transform it into this, sort of like the Banshee Norn in the parts set to make it the Banshee. I wish they would have just done that instead of making a whole kit over $200 for that. But I don't know. I can assume this is also going. Oh well, I'd have to assume I saw in the promotional image. This is also coming with the water slides, which is another nice thing about this kit. The regular Unicorn did not come with that, so in order to get the water slides, you had to get the Premium Bandai full weapons set. So full armor set. So I don't know. I really don't want to buy that, but Man, it's gonna be tough. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see about that. Right at the moment, I'm not planning on buying that because it's just too expensive. But I don't know. I love unicorns, but I already have too many, so we'll see. Next, the P Bandai HG Grays Aries colors coming out in February for 1,000 yen. This is basically just a color swapped HG Grays. It's just in blue now instead of green, and that's pretty much it. As far as we can tell, there's nothing special about this at all other than just the colors. It might have maybe some different marking stickers or something, but maybe not. Anyway, the price is the same, so that's nice at least. Then also the Premium Bandai HG Gaelos Schwalbe Grays, also out in February for 1,200 yen. Nice that this one is also the same price, despite the fact that it comes with the lance parts, which didn't come with the original kit. You had to buy the extra weapon set in order to get the lance. So kind of interesting that they've included with this. And as far as I can tell, the price is exactly the same. So again, this one as well is just a color swap with the addition of the lance parts in there for you to do that. And then the last one is the Premium Bandai HG Build Fighters Gila Shiki out in February for 4,200 yen. So pretty expensive, but this is a gold-plated version of the Mega Shiki, basically. It's going to come with some new stickers, markings for that, but basically it's just a gold-plated Mega Shiki. And it looks like maybe one or two parts might be different, maybe a different head, I think. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. So that's it for the Premium Bandai stuff. So we can move on to the regular release stuff. First thing is very mysterious indeed, is the high-res model Gundam Barbatos coming out in spring for a to-be-announced price. Now this is very odd and mysterious. We know that it's going to be a 1/100 scale, but we really don't know if this is like a pre-painted kit or figure or like a kit, basically akin to like a master grade kind of, but different. I don't know. We really don't know. And I mean, online, I really haven't seen people really talking about this all that much when it's kind of really weird. I don't know when like the 1/100 scale kit was announced and like people were like, oh, is it a master grade? Why isn't it a master grade? Why is it just listed as 1/100 scale? For this one, I haven't really seen a whole lot. Maybe I just missed it, but I don't know. It's really weird. It looks kind of interesting. It obviously looks a little bit different from the 1/100 scale kit. So essentially it looks pretty much the same, but this is basically like more parts and like more detail. So basically like a master grade, but they're not calling it a master grade still. So we really don't know what that's going to be all about. We'll just have to wait and see more. And if there's going to be more models in this high-res model line, probably, we can assume, but I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we'll just have to see. The next thing is like a big announcement I think a lot of people are excited about is the Master Grade Freedom Gundam 2.0. Me, in all honesty, I'm not the biggest Freedom fan. The kit. And so it's not really all that exciting for me, but whatever. It's going to be out in April for 4,500 yen. As we see more about the kit, there's a good chance I could change my mind and like actually start to get excited about it. But as we're seeing it now, I mean, it looks like a really nice kit. Just even this prototype, very rough prototype, it looks super nice in terms of like the details and everything. But I don't know. Once we start to see more about it, maybe I'll get more excited. Then we had a few new 1/100 scale Iron-Blooded Orphans kits announced. The 1/100 scale Schwalbe Grays, McGillis Custom, coming out in January for 3,000 yen. This is just the same like the HG, just blown up into a 1/100 scale for this. And then the next one is the 1/100 scale Gangnam Guxiang, out in February, the next February, for the... I saw the price is not announced yet, but I would guess that this one is also 3,000 yen, or possibly more just because of the sheer size of it, but I haven't seen this yet. So it looks like they're basically going to be doing these once a month. We had the Barbatos out last month in November, then December is the Grays, January the Schwalbe Grays, February the Guxiang, and then the next is the Kumaris, but seems like that's going to be what they're doing once a month, which is not bad, really cool. I actually really like this. I like the look of this more than the HG kit quite a bit. With the HG, it looks okay. But with this, I think just because of the size is going to be bigger, it really looks like a lot more intimidating. Like it looks like this huge, giant, like hulking, like really intimidating thing. The HG, yeah, well, yeah, it looks like a big fat mobile suit, but the 1/100 scale like really looks like really all that much more intimidating. I really like the look of it, especially the head as well. Like it's got that head and like you can really see the eyes just like poking out of the side. I think that's like maybe with the HG as well. You can't like really see those fine details as much, but with this you can really see the like those eyes poking out, and just like it just gives you a sense of scale how big the kit is just with these like small little eyes in that head. So it looks really cool, really awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to getting that kit. I may even get like more than one of that kit because I already have a couple of really cool, interesting ideas, something like things that I want to do with that kit. So really looking forward to that one actually quite a bit. There's also, like I said, the 1/100 scale Gundamkumaris out in March for 3,000 yen for this one. And this one, again, we only really have the prototype, so don't really know what to expect for this. But with that huge long lance, like even the HG is going to be like long, but in the 1/100 scale, I think it's going to be like really long. So that should be interesting. The same with the Gangnam Guxiang as well. That hammer is going to be huge. But yeah, this one looks okay. Kimaris is not a design that I'm really as excited about as the Guxiang, but it should be cool, I'm sure. Then into the 1/144 scale, we have the HG Iron-Blooded Arms Option Set 3 and Galahorn Mobile Worker. This one's out in January for 600 yen. As far as the weapons for this, it's really not a whole lot. It's like these axe and machete kind of weapons, but I think it's because the Mobile Worker is slightly larger than the other ones, so it's not as much in terms of weapons. In terms of weapons, it's a little bit less than the previous two sets, and in terms of Mobile Worker, it's a little bit more, so a little bit different ratio there in how the plastic is separated, but it looks pretty cool. And then also the HG Iron-Blooded Arms MS Option Set 4 as well is going to be out in February for 600 yen. Set 3 is out in January, Set 4 is out in February. This one also looks really cool, just because it has this kind of big booster backpack for the Gundamkumaris, which is cool. So other than that, it has like the really small tank there as well. But this one looks really, really cool. Like looks like it's probably going to be a kind of must buy if you're buying the Kumaris. So it's probably going to be very useful for that. Then we have a couple of new mobile suits with the tentative names because they apparently don't have their official names yet, or Bandai doesn't want to say the official names yet. It's the HG Iron-Blooded Orphans McGillis's Gundam type mobile suit. So this is a new Gundam type mobile suit. And it's going to be piloted by McGillis, so we can assume at some point, maybe in the next few episodes, his Schwalbe Greys will maybe be destroyed, and he's going to start piloting this Gundam. So this, again, is a tentative name. We don't have the official name of this Gundam yet, or the price or release date. I think it looks really cool. I like the rabbit ears on it. It's a really, really interesting design. I think, again, we're just seeing this rough prototype, so it doesn't look that great, but just what we can see of the design, I think it looks really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing more about that kit. The next one is a little bit opposite, though. The HG Iron-Blooded Orphans, this one, again, tentative name, Tekkadan Mobile Suit. Just named after their company. And this one, again, no price or release date. It's basically just a Greys Kai with, again, just new shoulders and new head. So, like, honestly, I like the Greys, and in my review of the Greys Kai, I said, like, we've already basically got 3 versions of the Greys, and if we get more, I wouldn't mind because I like the Greys so much. But this, it's like, so little changed. It's like, come on now, okay, like, once was enough. Like, changing the regular Greys to the Greys Kai was cool because it's just a handful of parts changed and it has a really cool look. But this is just like taking the Greys. So it's like we have the Greys and then it's like changed a little bit to the Greys Kai. This one's just changed just a little tiny bit more to this mobile suit. The shoulders are different and it has a different head piece with just, this looks really lazy. Like, I'm not really into it at all. If it includes some sort of new weapon, at least that'll be cool, but if it still just has the same weapons again too, just the axe and the same rifle, I'm really disappointed with this kit because, like, it's really doesn't look like anything exciting at all. Like, I love the design of the grays, and like all three versions of the grays we've got so far. I'm really happy with those HG kits, but like this is just so little different about this kit. It's just really not exciting at all. It's kind of really disappointing for me. And then we had a couple of Revive kits announced. The HG Revive Gyan. No price or release date set for this, but that's cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the design of the Gyan, but I'm sure a Revive kit will look really, really nice. So looking forward to that. Then next is the HG Revive Force Impulse Gundam. This one I think will actually be really, really cool. I've never been like super into the Force Impulse before, but I'm sure this kit is going to be a really nice kit. It's going to make me really like it, like the design a lot, just because I'm sure the quality of the kit will be so good. This one, again, no price or release date yet, but it's going to be after the Gyan. So possibly maybe February or March, somewhere around there, a little bit later. Yeah, really looking forward to that one quite a bit. Then we are getting into some kits from the Origin. Their first one is the HG YMS-08B Prototype Dom. This one is going to be out in February for 2,000 yen. Looks really cool, really interesting that it has the big huge bazooka. So like bazooka cannon thing. I would feel like that was a weapon that would be developed a little bit later, but apparently not. So this looks like a really, really awesome kit. I'm really looking forward to this one. And the next one after that is going to be the HG YMS-03. It doesn't say a prototype Zaku, but it's basically kind of like a prototype Zaku, right? Or something. I don't know. I didn't check the Gundam Wiki about that, but anyway, really cool design here as well. This is the one this is the mobile suit that we saw in the trailer. So that's kind of cool, and it's the mobile suit that appears on the poster image. This one, no price or release date set, but really cool looking, and looking forward to more about that. And the last one is the HG Zaku 1, the Origin version. This is something we all knew was coming eventually. It had to be coming out eventually. No price or release date set for this, but surely this is going to be a really nice kit. Surely it's going to be very cheap, and it's going to be selling very, very well, I'm sure. So, of course, it's just a HG Zaku. We've got a million of them, but this one, I'm sure, will be just very, very popular. I'm really looking forward to that one myself as well, despite, how just simple, just another HG Zaku, but really looks nice. Then we had the announcement of a new RG, the RG 00 Quant, out in May for 2,700 yen. I'm not the biggest fan of this design. It's mostly the legs. The legs look really weird for me. It's basically got like no front skirt armor and no ankle armor, so the legs is just like these like tree trunk legs with like nothing at the top or bottom of them, and then like these small feet. I don't know. This one, I feel I've been saying this like the entire video. I think I probably said it like 10 times, but this one, I'm sure when I see more about it, I'll like it more. I like the design of the Quant more than the Exia. So the Exia, as far as like all the RGs out so far, the Exia is probably my least favorite. I've never built it, but just like my least favorite design in all the series. So that's why I've never got one or never built one. But this one, I'm interested to see more about it. At this point, I'm not super excited about it, but I'm interested to see more soon, so hopefully we will. Again, that's out in May for 2,700 yen. We have finally the new announcement of a new RE100 kit, and it is going to be the Efreeti Kai, or Efreeti Custom. And this one, it's not my favorite version of the Efreeti. I wish we would have had like the one with all the knives and stuff. That, to be honest, and I think it was maybe Henry that pointed this out to me on Twitter, like it really wouldn't be too difficult to just scratch build all those knives and stuff and just basically scratch build everything you need to change the look of it. That's true, but the reason that as much as I like the Efreeti design, as much as I like it, just the reason I'm not really all that excited about it at this point is just because it's the same as what happened with the DJ. The concept art, the design art that they went off of, and here you can see it here, looks awesome. It looks really, really nice. And then we see and it was the same thing with the DJ. The first art looked really awesome. And then we see the prototype, and it's like, that doesn't look like the artwork. Somewhere something happened that just missed. So the prototype doesn't look that great to be honest. It looks nice, but it just doesn't look like the artwork, so I don't know. Also not really a big fan of those like missile pods on the legs. Obviously, of course, you can take those off, but they look kind of goofy in my opinion. Just don't really look like they really match the design. I know that's how they're supposed to be, but whatever. Kind of cool that we're getting the clear pieces for the blades of the swords. That's cool. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be an awesome kit. I'm definitely going to get it to check it out, but it's not exactly what I would have wanted. But again, it is just still a prototype image, so we'll have to see. Things could change on it. Then the last thing is just a few SD kits. Like I mentioned briefly before, the SD BB Senshi number 400 in that line is going to be the Knight Superior Dragon Gundam. So, like I said, this does look different, but this one is a Knight Superior Dragon. I don't know if that's exactly the name of all of them, or if this one is slightly different because of that knight, but the kanji there means knight. Knight as in like knight in shining armor, not knight as in like it's dark at night. Coming out in May for 2,700 yen. So because of that really high price tag, I can assume that this is going to have some plated parts, with it being a knight kit as well. I know that's kind of common with the SD kits, so probably going to have a lot of plated parts for this, just because of that 2,700 yen price tag. Next, the next couple SDX Standard kits were shown. The first one is going to be the SDX Standard 00 Gundam out in January for 600 yen. And then the SDX Standard Gundam Astray Red Frame out in February for 600 yen. Now, so far, these have been coming out 2 every month. So the fact that we got these announced this way, that 1 in January and 1 in February, is a little bit strange. I don't really know why they're doing that. Maybe they're trying to slow down the line because it's maybe not doing as well as they hoped, or they don't have enough designs like planned to keep going 2 every month. I don't know, but from the information that I've seen, and I could be wrong about that, that's how they're going to be released. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think from the reaction that I've seen of a lot of people commenting and on my videos and stuff of reviewing these kits so far, they're not really that popular. It seems like a lot of people are into the designs, but a lot of people are very disappointed with them as well. So I don't know how they're being received in Japan. I'm sure they're selling well because they're cheap and they're very popular designs. But in terms of how much people are really liking them or not, I don't know. From what I've seen so far, the reaction has not really been that great. So that's it for all the announcements. Guys, next part we're going to talk about just updates on kits and figures. I'll try to run through that as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in part 3.